Hopefully you're able to join in and catch up. And what I'm showing now are some American line magic potions. I'm going to try to show both American and Japanese line magic potions at the same time without mixing them, which is logistically challenging, but I'm going to try it. Oh, those are millipedes. Wrong bin. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I see a bunch of you jumping back in the stream. Excellent. Sorry we lost the stream there. The difficulty here is that I definitely do not want to mix the two bins at all, cause any, hybridization between these two morphs. That would be bad. So showing them side by side is challenging, but I will do what I can without risking any well, what would probably happen, you'd still, the trait, the pied trait is probably going to remain the same. So these are Japanese on the left, Japanese magic potion. These are American on the right. It's a little bit difficult to show them all at the same time. A lot more yellow, bigger size on the Americans. Hopefully that helps. Mixing them, you'd probably get the trait would be preserved as far as the pied trait, but the size would be muddled, and the yellow markings would probably not win either. Okay. Maybe I can try 2 small deli cups. The thing is, any size comparison I do is going to be more dependent upon the individuals than anything else. But I'll see what I can come up with. Sorry, taking forever to get deli cups. Okay, here's a Japanese one. Representative Japanese magic potion. I'll keep it there to make sure. And try to find digging out an American one. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can get them crawling. And there's variation in individuals enough so that, just this comparison. I actually have a video where I did a much better comparison between the two. If you watch my Armadillidium vulgare isopod care guide, you'll get a better video than you are right now, showing the difference between the two. So check that one out. It'll help more than this is, because live streams have their limitations, and I had a much better shot framed and everything. I put a lot of time into shooting that shot, so you'd be able to see those, and it will look better. So hopefully that helps. And Yesenia, I do have an Armadillidium Wernerai orange colony. It's a very young one. But hopefully that helps. And like I said, the size difference between these two individuals is more about individual size difference than anything else. Even though there is a difference overall in the two morphs, that the American line magic potion is going to be big. Oh no, McKay Flurry, yeah, that can happen. Not everybody's very careful about what they put together. So oleander, my favorite kind of springtail is for working with isopods is Sinella curvicetta. Thank you everyone for the likes. We need a few more here. We got 33 here and 22 likes. If you can hit that again, we get a like spike. That's what I meant to say. And Derek, I am working actually with a line of pied Armadillidium that has marked out plates, like whited out plates. I'm going to put these back because they don't look very comfortable. Just saying, there's our American one, Here's our Japanese one. There we go. Okay. So let's see if I can scare some of those up. They're in a new, it's a new culture that I'm working with. So I just got it a few weeks ago, in fact. Maybe even more recently than that. It's been quite it's quite new. So let me see what I can find in the culture because it's small. It's actually got some Nazatum pied in it too, until I get them separated out. Let me move a couple of things so we can take a look here. Oh, we've got 31 in the chat and 31 likes, so that's better. We're doing better. So let's see what Derek says. Let's see. My pied Parakai didn't prove out Montenegro was sterile, and Dubrovnik were not genetic either. So we'll see if these prove out multi-generationally, because so far it's kind of early to tell. Okay, that's one of the Nazatum that's pied. That's in here. I still haven't separated out all the Nazatum, which I need to do. I'm going to look and see. Right now I'm not seeing any of the pied individuals. I don't want to bug them too much, but I can dig around a little bit. There's one. I'll just put it on the shell, the feeding shell, so you can see what I'm talking about. That must be a super uncomfortable position to be in. See if I can get it over it. See, this is pied Nazatum. I mean, not Nazatum. This is pied vulgare. That's one example of that. It wasn't a great shot, but you get sort of the idea what I'm talking about. Oh, Just Bug's got Porcelliotes prunosus powder mix, one of my favorites. You know what's so sad about my Magnificus colony that I had for years? Finally bit it. It's so sad. So Robert Fly, I have kept ants. It's been a while. It's been a long time. The last time I kept ants, my son, who was in college, was not in school yet. So it's been a while, but I did like it. It was pretty cool. Here's my yellow zebras. Check out my yellow zebras. Some of the babies are starting to look pretty good. There's some in here that aren't quite yellow, but some are pretty yellow. So I'm working on that. And Zafamo, you really don't need a permit to keep or to sell isopods within your own state. And oh yeah, Lee, the isopods you sent are awesome. He sent the pied Nazatum and the pied vulgare. Yeah, I think there are a couple of other colors of zebra in there that I'm gonna have to play with, but it's coming along, starting to do its thing. Let's see. How are the pied Parakai? Maybe we can check on those and see if there are any. Some young ones are starting to show the pied trait. There aren't very many in here, but I don't know if we can. Maybe we can find one of the young that has some of the pied going on. There's an adult with some good pied pattern on it. There's an adult that's just barely pied. Just a little bit of pie on it. Plenty that are not. There's an adult with a little bit of pieing. But I wanted to find some young ones. Not seeing a whole lot right now going on there. So those were Parakai. So theropod hunter, I have seen a couple of photos of orange zebras. So we'll see, because I saw at least one youngster that had some pieing going on. So we'll see. I hope we get it, but I'm not sure what we're going to see. Let's see. Gonna grab. Who knows which ones these are? I think this is a pretty easy one. Oh, that's an interesting looking one. Where'd it go? Lost it. Yep, Skibber Lotto mix. 503 got it. Some interesting stuff going on in this bin sometimes. It is Rusted Keys. It's a Peacekeeper Lotto mix. Somebody was asking me about Armadillidium Wernerai orange, and I do have them. It's a very, very young colony. There are a few adults and some babies, but it is working. Let's see if there are any adults under there. Nope, not even any babies under that one. I just moved them into a slightly larger bin. Here, there's a baby. There's some adults and some babies. You can see quite a few babies crammed into the crevices of the cork bark. I think it's awesome that your zebra colony is doing well, Yoma Hoffman. That's fantastic. Zebras are, just because they're not the most difficult isopod, they're still awesome and one of my favorites. And it's fantastic that they're doing well. Yeah, my zebras took like 4 or 5 months before they were reproducing. I think, something like that. Want to take a look at the Panda Kings? I don't think we've looked at the Panda Kings recently. It's a fairly small new colony. Fairly new and fairly small. So Mike Lyman, how long ago did you get the zebra colony from me? I may have some ideas for you. If it's been fewer than 6 months, just wait. If it's been longer than that, I have some ideas. One thing you can do is not quite let the colony dry out. You never want to let it dry out entirely, but you want to let it get a little bit closer to drying before you mist it. But don't let it dry out entirely. And then when you water it, they're more likely to start breeding. You want to look at is all you have to say. Okay, 6+ months. Then try what I just said, but just don't let it get overly dry, because that will, of course, kill them. And Lee, you got the dwarf purples and oranges. Awesome. So let's see what we got here. Gonna flip this around. Oh, good number on here. Harvey Strange Pets, how many reptiles do I have? Well, I have an unknown number of mourning geckos, because they're always producing babies, and you know how that goes with mourning geckos. Probably somewhere around 15 to 20 right now. As far as mourning geckos are concerned. Did we already look at this one? Oh, there's some really teeny ones on there. There are the panda kings. Anybody under that? Nope. Okay. I do like the panda kings. And then I have, let's see, our crested geckos, we've got 3. And leopard geckos, we have 1. And then we have currently 10 snakes. 1 corn snake. Sorry, I shouldn't be showing you nothing right now. Let's look at the... no, I think the ghost mantis is about to molt, so let's not look at that. Let's look at something else. Let me see. 1 second. Let me show you one of the snakes. Show you one of the snakes I'm talking about. Okay, bear with me. It's just going to take a second, and I'll grab a snake and show you one of the snakes that I'm talking about. I know I showed her last week, but this is her. This is Prairie Dawn, one of my plains garters. I'm going to zoom out a little bit there. You can see more of her. Prairie Dawn, she's still taming up. She doesn't do too badly, but she's not as tame as my other, my red-sideds. So I have 2 plains garters, Thamnophis radix. I have 3 red-sided garters, Thamnophis sertalis parietalis, and then I have 4 eastern melanistic garters, Thamnophis sertalis sertalis. Those are my garters. So 10 snakes.
How are you, sir?
Hello?
Sir, this is Steve calling from All State Teachers.
Okay, sorry about that. Some weird stuff going on. And then, do we have any other reptiles besides that? I think not. So 10 snakes and a number of different species of gecko. That's what we got. Dawn wants to see the gestroi. So Derek, we can do some gestroi. I don't have any orange pandas yet, or the red pandas. Oh, the brown and white ones are het orange. That's cool. I need to try that out. Let me see where the gestroi are. 1 second. Gestroi, which bin? Okay. Okay, I'm moving the gestroi over. Here we go. Oh, there's a bunch of babies in the food dish. Check it out. I don't know if you can see the bunch of babies in the food dish, but I'm going to scare them now. Baby gestroi in the food dish. Let's move some things around so you can see more of them. Hard to focus. Oh, I love velvet ants, as some of you may know. Yeah, the gestroi are probably my favorite armadillidium. You can see 1 adult in the bin, and I just refreshed this bin with leaves, so it's kind of hard to see stuff. But there's a couple of adults and loads of babies. This bin is just jam-packed with babies of all different sizes. Let's see if there's some adults. You can get a good look at some of the adults right there. Surrounded by tons of babies. Velvet ants can be hard to find, but also hard to catch. And yeah, as far as communal desert invertebrates, you got a lot of beetles and a lot of velvet ants you can mix, but past that, there aren't so many choices. I do have some zingers too. It's a younger colony, so I mean there are a lot of babies in there too, not as many. But should we look at the zingers real quick? I would love to show you my zingers. Brandy from Rectastic Rack sent me. They're gorgeous. Here we go. Here's some zingers, and you can see some babies along with the adults. Oh, cool, Kevin, you're adopting a garter, eastern garter with special needs. That's cool. That makes sense. I know what you mean. We've had some interesting challenges with some of the parthenogenic crested geckos. And it's kind of fun to see if we can get up to the challenge of keeping them healthy. Oh, just bugs. Yeah, you can keep desert hairy scorpions with the blue death fanning beetles, I've heard, but I have never tried it. And I don't think, Ruthless, there's such a thing as too many springtails in a culture of isopods. Some people might disagree with me, but I don't think so. There's a bunch of babies down there. You can see them hanging out. It's so interesting that despite the fact that they're basically axanthic, they're just gorgeous. They're losing the yellow, which is what I love about Dojodroid, but for some reason I love it here just as much. And we are close to the end, yeah. We got a couple minutes. Let's see. Blue death fanning beetles. Let me see if any are out. Just a second. There are none that are really out. There are none that are really out right now. Did I show? I did show some duckies, didn't I? I didn't show my dedicated ducky bin, but I did show my experiment with the millipedes and the duckies. Did show that. Oh, sorry. I pushed the wrong button there, everybody. Well, I can show some duckies one more time. 1 second. This is my dedicated ducky bin. Sorry about the bumps that I'm about to show you. It's not really a bin, it's a tarantula crabs enclosure, which I love. Yeah, sorry. That's the thing about live stream, you get what you get as far as quality of videos and all that stuff. I've had some, I have kept some carnivorous beetles, a few. Let's see, the species of springtail on my site is most often Sinella curviceta, except in states where that one is not allowed. Here's a bunch of duckies in various sizes, rubber duckies that live in this bin. Oh, Emily, congratulations on the millipede babies. Excellent. So you're not sure which species are you keeping together? Yeah, I've got a good number of, I estimate about 100 rubber duckies in here, and I actually am not too happy about that big chunk of calcium because I think it's too dangerous for them. There's another chunk of calcium with some more under it. Oh, Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome. Oh, and congrats on the P. Wernerai 503. I'm really liking them. They're like big Klugi almost. A little different. But yeah, I love the orange ones that I have. And Mantis God. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Overtime pay. I love it. Really appreciate the super chat. And I guess it's just about time for me to cut out everybody. So I will put these guys back, and I'm going to see you all later. Thank you so much for joining the second stream, and got the announcement of the winners of the contest for the t-shirt are going to be posted on Friday. So the video that's coming out on Friday includes, it's just focused on, in fact, the winners of the t-shirt giveaway. So if you have if you're interested in finding out who won the t-shirt, check it out. It's going to be this Friday. Have a good one, everybody. See you soon.